Two roles needed to game change your electrical, plumbing, and any specialty trade business out there. Hey there, it's Andrew Houston with Tradie Tips in the Truck from Profit for Contractors. We help contractors really get their business systemized to give it more freedom, more profits, more wealth than ever before, making the business fun again. So, two roles that you guys need to really game change your business. We've seen this with so many of our clients in so many different areas, in so many different levels, all over North America. And these two roles are key. So to identify whether or not these two roles are a good fit for you, and whether or not you have them or not, if you've got them, that's great. We got to look at optimizing them. If too many things are in your head, you need these roles. If you're not able to stay on top of the jobs on a daily basis, you're having to micromanage your crews, you're having to, not only micromanage your crews, you got way too much paperwork, you got too many phone calls coming in, you're just dealing with just so much, interruptions left, right, and center all the time. And all those interruptions, all those hats really prevent you from, becoming a champion CEO, because it prevents you from working on the business. It prevents you from working on the things that you need to do, like setting up the right structure, like making sure people have clear definitions of their roles and responsibilities, making sure you got the right systems in place, making sure you have time to look at your numbers, all those really good things that we talk about here at Profit for Contractors. That it's all fine and dandy to talk about, but if you don't have the time for, if you don't have the focus for, you're not going to make progress on. And it's all about, really, at the end of the day, the core of what we're after is improve the bottom line, and that in turn pays for our freedom. So what are these two roles? So the first role is somebody in the office, whether that you want to call them an office manager or an admin person. You need to have an admin person, let's call them today, the admin person is gives you probably one of the greatest return on investments. That means that as far from a pay perspective, they're probably, they're not one of the highest paid people, probably one of the lowest paid people, but yet they have one of the greatest impacts on your business. Look, if you want to get things out of your head and have somebody to be able to answer the calls, let's look at what they can do. They can answer the calls, they can file the paperwork, they can keep the office organized, they can stay in touch with the customers to provide customer service, right? They can actually, confirm whether or not they're a tradesperson or not. They can confirm whether or not certain parts have come in, making sure that certain things are being delivered on site. They can, be that customer support person to engage with your Class A clients, to make them feel like Class A clients. The filter fast the prospects. Like, think about just how much time it freaking takes up when you're so busy and you slip up and you let in a Class D deadbeat client. Like, how much time do they take up of yours? It's crazy. How much money does that cost you? So, when you think about an admin person, I got to tell you, if you don't have one now, you've got to look at getting one. And I don't care what level you're at. I don't care if you're a 2-person, 5-person. I don't care if you've even got one. You got to make sure that you're optimizing that person. And to do that, and this applies to the next role I'm going to talk about, you got to give clarity of these 3 things for them, right? You got to make sure that they got clarity of what their role is, what their responsibilities are, right? What results you want out of them, and what the rules of the game are. What are the things that they can touch and what are the things that they don't touch, okay? I call it like the infield, outfield, lines in the sand as far as the rules of the game. They need to know what defines a win and a loss, and this applies to the next role as well. So, got to get an admin person, guys. It is such a great investment, and don't get so focused, especially on an admin person. There's probably more admin people out there ready and willing to help you than ever before. You can hire them part-time. You can hire them full-time. You can graduate them from part-time to full-time, okay? So get an admin person. If you do have an admin person, make sure, today, over the next couple of days, you sit down with them and get absolute clarity of what it is that they do, because they have got so much potential to help you. Okay, that's role number 1. Role number 2, okay, is you need some form of an operations person. And when I say an operations person, you can call them a foreman, you can call them a right-hand person, you can call them project manager. Now, those might have different extensions of exactly what they do, but really what we're looking for is a person, like a right-hand person, that's going to, from an operation standpoint, work the operations. That means that they're probably still going to be on the tools, but they are dealing with the day-to-day jobs. Because one of the biggest things that we found at Profit for Contractors is once our clients get an admin person, they get an operation manager, let's call it that, and the jobs in the field are being managed properly. Oh my God, it's a complete game changer. I mean, think about this. You can't be everywhere. When you get an operations manager to be tracking the pre-start of the jobs, that means setting them up before they actually kick off, right before we get on the field. Getting them to make sure the jobs are running, that the guy's got the right material, that it's being managed, that it's tracking progress to profit as far as the quote versus actual, and that they're finishing up the jobs. The guys and the crews are finishing up the jobs, and this operations person is making sure that those jobs are getting finished so that we don't get, what do we get if we don't do that? Callbacks, okay? Callbacks are like opening up your wallet, grabbing a garbage can with a match and burning your money all day long, okay? So guys, get an ops manager, okay? That could be moving somebody up from the current team that you've got, graduating them up into that role. Get an admin person that can manage your office, your paperwork, sort of be like your quarterback in the office, and the operation manager is the quarterback basically in the field. And I'm going to tell you right now, it is a complete game changer. And a lot of times people struggle with the investment of this. Start off small. On the admin side, start off small. Get a gauge of 10 hours, 15 hours worth of tasks. I know you do already in the office, and offload those. And on the operation side of things, look at somebody that you've got and see if they can graduate slowly into that role. That way you're not having to micromanage things. And what that will do is that will boost your confidence, your focus, your clarity of what you focus in on, working on higher value things. Because let's face it, your cash flow and your profits feeds your calendar, right? And your calendar feeds your cash flow and your profits. What the hell does that mean? That means that the more we focus in on spending our time on higher value tasks throughout our week, throughout our day, throughout our month, throughout the year, as a business owner, becoming a champion CEO, the faster and quicker and the more profits and cash flow and control that we get. Anyways, it's Andrew Houston from Trading Tips in the Truck. Hope you guys are having a great morning. I got to get to the gym here. T-minus 5 minutes and counting. Got to go. And I want to say, this is a beautiful hat. I don't know, Tim, if you're out there watching this, thanks for the hat, dude. Love it. All right, guys. Catch you later. Andrew Houston from Profit for Contractors, helping you guys get a better business, more systemized, more control, more freedom. Start getting excited about your business again, making more profits, and really making a difference, not just for your employees and your customers, but for yourself. Catch you guys on the flip side. Ciao.